Yo guys, what's up? It's Blackheart here and welcome to a new video. So today we're gonna talk about Feng in Season 3 and I gotta record this fucking video again because I don't know why my fucking microphone didn't work today. I really don't know why. I'm so sorry for the problem, guys, and we're gonna try to to see all that it changed about Feng in Season 3 again, Maro! Okay, so Feng in Season 3 has received some interesting changes, to say the least, that I don't like very much, some of them, so I'm gonna try to show you in detail what happened. First of all, he got new enhancements out of the stance. So, shifting clouds, basically, now, has a throw out of it, as you can see here, okay? So, in the mix-up, it's gonna be a little bit more useful, and you can also go into heat from this fucking shifting cloud stance. By the way, you never used too much before. And now, again, it's something that it's there, definitely. You can do, I don't know, the heat smash out of shifting clouds. Also, as well. So, yeah, it's definitely something to consider. And it's more pushing Feng into the direction of, as always, of using stances and on using heat. That is something, of course, that I don't like. But unfortunately, it's there, and maybe it will be used a little bit more by Feng players now. So, let's look at what else changed. Another important change, of course, is now you can go into shifting clouds from back turned. So, for example, you can do this into shifting clouds, okay? And it's something, again, that will enhance his stance mix-up a little bit more. For example, I don't know, let's say you do a counter it out of this, out of the down back 3. You can go into shifting clouds directly, like this, into a mix-up after. Not only that, but let's remember, for example, I don't know, the fact that also, yes, this is the same thing out of 1 to 2 into back turn into another mix-up. And to incentivize the fucking stance mix-up even more, thank you for the follow. He also has shifting clouds too now, that it's plus instead of being minus. It's instead of being 0. Now shifting clouds 2 is +3 on block into stance. So now, for example, you can loop this over and over into so over and over. And let's remember that from shifting clouds you can also go into Kempo stance, you know, like this, holding back. So yeah, basically they're trying to improve the Kempo, the shifting clouds and the stance mix-ups, basically. So again, I don't like this very much overall. I think Feng is not a card that is supposed to be played around stances, but Feng has always been a card that was based around the poking, and let's say they're trying to remove that identity of playing on poking and more identity based on stance. Of course, this is not gonna be game breaking, these shifting clouds buffs, but they are there, okay? The fact that now he has a throw out of shifting clouds, so to incentivize the mix-ups. And by the way, you can do this, of course, also from after heat smash, okay? Into one of the mix-ups now is gonna be the throw, okay? The fact you can do this now after back turns, so maybe, I don't know, EO into EO into EO into EO into you know, maybe on back turns sometimes can be useful, will incentivize people to use this stance more. And by the way, remember that this stance is a parry stance also. So for example, let's say, I don't know, you hit with this into, yeah, maybe if you try to challenge too much, I don't know, you go into back turn, into launch, into full launch out of shit. You should know you gotta be also a little bit careful in trying to challenge Feng out of this sense, because otherwise you get fucking launched if you use a 2-hit string. So be careful with this, So these are all the changes regarding shifting clouds. Also, what else has changed? With Season 3.2, Kempo, now, Kempo 2, is not a launcher anymore, and that's a nerf, of course. That's a nerf because now, again, you only have a guaranteed fall up on the ground, like this. Let me show you. And so on, okay? So, of course, this is a nerf because before, again, you had this heat engager launcher, as well as the 3 option that also launches, by the way, as well. So, again, the fact that now all he one of the two options launches, creates a little bit of a better reasoning in your mind when you use this sense, because now you gotta understand, should I don't know, should I launch or should I use my engager to punish into Oki? Okay, you won't have a free launcher anyway. You gotta think about it, because of course if you use the hit engager and it gets blocked, for example, you're still +5. If the 3 launcher gets blocked instead, you're fucking minus, you're very minus. So now you gotta be careful about what you do. So this is definitely something to be praised. As well, now what changed? Back for 3+4 now is less damage. I think the wall combo should be completely removed. I don't like the change at all. Like I don't like the fact that now that he has still this amazing wall combo that I think it's very stupid. I don't like these spike wall combos. So basically I think they should change that with Feng too. I really don't like the fact that we have these spike combos that create Oki and so on, even Oki after. I really don't like this kind of design. So I understand and I like the fact that now they removed let's say they reduced the damage out of this fucking wall combo, but I think the wall combo should be removed completely, and they're having this as a extension only, okay, as a very good wall splat tool still. I don't like the fact that, by the way, Feng has these extensions in the first place. Like, Feng was always a very nice card that was played around the poking, basically, so around back 4, okay? While back 4 was one of his main tools. Now the back 4 leaves closer on block, leaves closer, so now it's easier to punish. And the fact it's punishable, I don't like it in the first place, because before it was a very nice poking tool with no extensions. Then of course in season 2 I think they made him a tool with extensions to try to check you out if you try to punish the back 4 alone. I really prefer the poking instead of the mind games on block. Okay, I really prefer it being safe but being a poking tool only. Now again, for example, what's mind game now? It's -10 with no pushback. So the mind game now is if you try to punish the move with a jab, you win against the back 4 and against the back 4 hit extension, but you lose to the high. The high, by the way, on counting the ward splats from some reasoning. Instead, if you dig jab, for example, you win against the back 4 and against the back 4 too, but you lose to the jump. You lose to the fucking 3+4 jump. So again, there are way better mind games out of this now than it used to be before, when it was only a poking tool. And again, it's something I don't like, but I don't think they'll ever change this. I just wanted to let you understand why, though, I don't like this too much. Also, another change was made to 4 to the 3. Now this is way safer. It went from -7 to -3, so it lost 4 frames. And bear in mind that this move has a lot of active frames. It goes from 28 to all up to 34 active frames, so it means 6 active frames. So it means that if now this move gets blocked on the last frames, this move is plus on block. Okay, before it never was plus on block, even on the last frames, because it was it went from -7 to -1, okay, or 0. Now it goes from -3 to +3 potentially. So now it's much more of a risk to throw out this move now. So again, to challenge this move on the last frames. That's what I meant, sorry. So again, be careful when you are against this move, because if you block it on the last frames, it's way safer now. Again, it's not a move you use too much, but it's definitely a good buff. This move is used on Oki especially. And the last change I want to show you today, again, is down back 2-2-2. This ring got completely destroyed, because now the 2 hits are both -15. These, by the way, the 2 lows alone launch, and you can also cancel the lows like this. I'm gonna show you. How do you cancel again? Like this. You're holding back. Like this, you see, you can cancel the second low and not doing anything. By the way, again, on block, both lows now are -15. So again, the only low is -15. Both lows are -15 because again it's a launcher. By the way, it's a low launcher, by the way. And the last hit is -14 as well. Before this, the last hit was safe, and I think it also forced crouch. Now the last hit is -14, so it's actually punishable. So now basically this string is almost useless, because again you can just wait for the last hit and then punish, and even the low hits before are severely punishable. So basically they nerfed this string that I was a little bit dumb, not gonna lie, because there wasn't a lot of counter to this string. There was something you could do, but not like the best counterplay ever. So now I like that now you have more counterplay against this string. Apart from this, I think the card is basically the same, guys. The only thing I don't like is that they're trying to push more the stance mix up when Feng is supposed to be the opposite. It's supposed to be a very, very nice poking check and pressure with poking check character on close to you, like a very, very close to you character, a character that wants to play close to you with all of the poking tools, with all the conditioning tools, with all the pressure tools he has. But now they're constantly forcing on the stance mix up more and less on his proper identity. So again, I think I should revert some of the changes, especially to back 4. I think they should remove the wall combo, because I really, it's something I don't like. I think you should only have the classic wall combo. And speaking of back 1+2, I think they should also remove the tracking, because this fucking shoulder has insane amounts of tracking, I don't know why, and it constantly clips you even when you try to sidestep this fucking move. Because remember that now, in it's a fucking +5 on block, it engages mid 13 frames. TO like this. It's too much for it being so much tracking. I don't know why. That's so much tracking. I don't know. I have zero idea why. So definitely this is something that needs to be fixed. Apart from this, I think Feng is a very strong character, and I think overall we're gonna see definitely some Feng still in high level tournament play. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about Feng, and see you guys very soon again. Take care. And I'm fucking tired because I needed to fucking record this fucking video again. Mannaggia quella troia Eva. Goodbye guys. Hello. Bye. Bye.